Welcome to the second map between Fire DE and Grubby in their best of 3 in the Intel Extreme Master Season 1 Finals group stage, etc. Grubby down 1-0, I guess a pretty big surprise to the majority of people. Altar first by him, of course, as well as by Fire. Didn't even have to look that up. I guess that's such an obvious call to make. Fire again with the early lumber mill. It worked out pretty nicely for him on map number 1. We did see him getting the arcane tower super early on. He did go for a pretty small creep camp in the beginning, and therefore he didn't have to get as many footmen right in the beginning as he could with a more early barracks. And yeah, thanks to that early lumber mill, he was able to get the arcane tower in very quickly and still being down tech-wise only by a tiny bit, and therefore getting his arcanes and his casters rather quickly, despite investing into the early defenses. So that worked out for him, and I'm assuming since he's going for the early lumber mill again, he's not going to go for the super greedy big creep camp here in the beginning, but for a more economically minded early game, perhaps just by taking the very small camp here with the IEM and his first footman. Grubby again with the Farseer first, so he continues trusting in that hero choice. Barracks finished, first grunt coming. We'll see if Grubby is going to go for the Voodoo Lodge before his tech again, or if he this time is going to go for a more quick tech and for the Voodoo Lodge afterwards. So Scout is, unfortunately for Grubby, not finding Fire here, and he's pulling it back immediately, so he's not going to continue scouting where his opponent is. We just take a look. Okay, Fire didn't scout at all, so it's not like Grubby found out about the spawn positions by seeing Fire scout. And what is Grubby doing? He's heading out towards the right hand side anyway, so I'm assuming he's taking a bit of a gamble here. If Fire is here, then that's good, because that's exactly what's happening, and he's gonna start harassing. If he wasn't here, I'm assuming he would have just started creeping and getting the level 2 on his own. But yeah, Fire is here, and therefore the harassment starts immediately. Grubby doing a bit of blocking with his wolf here. Right in the beginning, Militia being caught by Fire to drive Grubby away for now. Of course, Grubby doesn't need to commit to a fight against Militia at this stage of the game. As we can see, Grubby slightly ahead tech-wise here. Again, Fire, yeah, again going for the arcane tower before his tech. So basically, same opening by Fire, and Grubby this time without the shop before his tech, and therefore with a slightly quicker tech even than on Turtle Rock. So harassment continues. This time, you know, if you compare it to Turtle Rock, Fire didn't get any XP, and Grubby didn't take any damage on his heroes so far, and only a tiny bit of damage on his grunt. He's splitting his army right now. Fire bringing back the low HP footman, but pulling it back in time again. I guess it probably should survive as the arcane tower has just finished. Grubby finishing at least the null brew. Let's see who's getting the null. It's not going to be any of them, at least for now. The Farseer finally is taking the first couple of hits, but this time, yeah, Grubby seems to be way more on top of things. The second footman is taking plenty of damage already. This one did survive. This one is going to survive as well, but he's going to be out of fight for now. Grubby has to pull back his first grunt as well. And he's going to finish the null here with one of his spirit wolves. So continuing to build on his XP lead here, which of course is very tiny. But gotta start somewhere, right? So let's see, tier 2 still has a way to go. Third burrow coming as usual for Fire. Shop coming in the back of his base. Of course, the base is wide open here and not here, so one entrance for Fire. And this time, yeah, he's gonna have to fall back into his base, and he actually, oh wow, this isn't closed, so he just took down this tree, and he's gonna have to take down this tree as well before he can gain access to the back of his base. So that was definitely a mistake by Fire. He's gonna have to pull these footmen into the back of his base. Let's see how many of them Grubby is going to be able to pick off. One of them is falling. The second one is being ignored because Grubby is going for the other one that is very low. That one is going to survive as well though. But another footman is very low. Grubby is taking a plenty of damage on his second grunt though, but he's going to get that one out into safety. The base is now open, so Fire is gonna have to try and get in the back there, but it feels like he might even have to pull the town portal here, Grubby, with the Naga second, so he definitely wants to continue applying pressure here. Naga definitely not exactly the most late game minded hero, and Grubby, wow, if he gets the kill here, very nicely thought through by Grubby, and Fire doesn't pay attention to his AM, and he loses it. It's only a level 1 hero, but still it's a huge setback for him, as he's not going to be able to get well into this mid game here at all. In the meantime, Grubby building double Beast tree, so definitely that all points towards him trying to keep up the pressure. The Farseer is being safe for now. Where's the Naga actually? I'm wondering. Okay, there's the Naga. Not really sure what path she took. Finally, a surround is going to be closed here by Fire, and it looks like he's gonna get that one killed. And is the AM gonna spawn in time? No, he isn't. Wow, just for a moment and 6 minutes into this game, there's still 0 XP on the AM. Another militia is probably going to fall. One more hit is only required by the Naga, and yeah, that happened just now. Farseer in his base, healing the low HP grunts. The beast trees have finished, and it's Wind Riders for Grubby. Fire, what is he doing right now? He got 3 ivory towers. This looks like a hell of a desperation push by Fire, who didn't gather a single experience point in this game so far. And okay, militia heading towards the middle. I'm assuming a Fire Lord is going to be the choice here. Yeah, Fire Lord by Fire, and pretty obvious choice as he didn't add any Arcane Sanctum. So this is going to be basically a push only with heroes and footmen here, and for that the Fire Lord is definitely the better choice compared to a Beastmaster. Wolves being taken down here, new wolves being spawned, ivory towers being placed. The first one has been killed immediately. Of course, the Wind Rider is providing some great damage output against those, and Grubby is making sure to pick off one footman after another here, very calmly defending this, and there is no front remaining already for Fire. Second Wind Rider is out. He's got plenty of time to focus down these towers, so he's making sure to get all of the footmen killed here first. One of them even surrounded by peons, and the damage output is enough to get these towers cancelled. Fire does still have the town portal, which he's definitely going to be forced to use here. Another pair of wolves spawned. He's going for the Fire Lord here actually at first, while trying to take down the tower with his Wind Riders. Maybe a little bit of sloppy focus firing, because the Fire Lord makes it out. If the Wind Riders had focused the Fire Lord as well, he definitely would have gone down. Doesn't change the fact that Grubby is still way ahead in this game. 40 supply for him, 24 for Fire. And look at that, his AM finally gathered a little bit of experience. And he's going for Griffin Aviary here, so Wind Riders is going to be the choice again. Did he lock himself into his base again? Yes, and this time he decides to go for the kill on his only tower, on his only static defense in his base against air that he's got right now, and changes his mind because he cannot really afford letting that tower go down, and rebuilds the Griffin Aviary here in the right hand side of his base. Alright, Grubby continues applying the pressure, as it seems like the rape is going to continue here. Just using clarities on both of his heroes. I feel like he doesn't necessarily need to apply pressure with... Yeah, he continues creeping with his heroes. He doesn't need to apply pressure against the base as long as Fire is just sitting there in the back. He can just scout that out with his Wind Riders while continue building on his XP advantage, even expanding that one with his Naga and Farseer, which are going to get level 3 soon. Fire Lord, Farseer has already reached it, Naga is about to. And yeah, first Dragon Hawk Rider is in production. Another peasant is going to be sniped off. Was that the level 3 for the Naga? It was.
We're under attack.
And what else is there to say? First Dragon Hawk Rider is out. 40 supply for Grubby, 1000 gold. Wow, he forgot burrows. Alright, so finally a bit of misplay by Grubby as well. But against the 30 supply of his opponent, who's, wow, very, very greedily moved out of his base here. Speed score used immediately by Grubby. Chain Lightning, Fog Lightning gets the kill on the Fire Lord. And the Dragonhawk Rider is going down again as well. And Grubby is getting the 1-1 here in a very, very convincing fashion. Fire not really standing any chance in this game right from the get-go. The harass went way better than it did on map number 1. Grubby hardly took any damage. Fire didn't get a single creep killed, didn't get a single wolf killed. Lost plenty of footmen eventually. I guess just a tiny detail, well, didn't turn out to be that tiny. Just a detail that he accidentally walled off his base and wasn't able to get into the bag with his AM. I mean, he could have gone there, he could have used a Scroll of Regeneration, heal up his stuff, not lose his AM, as well as plenty of footmen. Could have already changed things a lot. But yeah, Grubby in this one very convincingly. Taking the 1-1 and taking this best of 3 to map number 3. And that's going to be Lost Temple.